Hi YouTube, how are we doing? I'm hoping the audio on this video is better than the last one. Don't know what happened there. The microphone just seemed to take over a life of its own, but I didn't know about it until I was editing, by which time it's a bit too late to go back re-record when you're clean shaven. Hopefully this time there's going to be no issues. I took the cable out, plugged it back in the microphone and the camera. Hopefully that sorts it out, otherwise we'll have to look for a second option. The soap for today is Signature Soaps Hibernia, which is lime, lemon, lemongrass, sweet orange and lavender. This is made in Bolton by Brian from Signature Soaps. It's a crope, it's a firm cream. Lovely scent on it, and it's a good soap base. He also does vegan soaps as well and different scents. But we're going to bowl lather today, so I've got a little shaving bowl. There's 1.5 grams of soap in there because I weighed it out on my drug dealer scales. Ain't a whole lot, but it's a good way for me to compare soaps when I get a new one to see what it's like. Same amount of soap each time, you get a quantitative idea of what the soap's like. The brush is Yaqi, it's the Yaqi rainbow brush, 4 horsehair, 26mm, and the razor is the Rockwell 6S, which is an adjustable razor. Adjustable, i.e. you change the base plates. The plates have a number on them on the bottom, R4. This one's R4 and R2. I don't mean R2D2. And basically the number you can see is the number you're shaving with, and it comes with the plates are 1 and 3, 2 and 4 and 5 and 6. I'm going to go straight to plate 6 today. Inside we're going to whack in a Gillette silver blue on its second use. A little bit of overhang, so there's it all put together. Like I've said in the past, the Rockwell is it does everything well, nothing stunning. It's a Volkswagen Golf if it was a car. And there's the blade loaded up there on plate number 6. So also when I'm bowl lathering testing soaps, I use that's a half teaspoon, 2.5 milliliter, half teaspoon. Just bush is going in dry, so there's what that is, 1 teaspoon of the soap, and it lets me get an idea as to how thirsty a soap is before it breaks down, collapses. One of my OSP soaps for this much soap took 7 of these, which is quite a lot of water when you think about it in the big scheme of things. So that's another 2 in. You can see there the soap's starting to break down, and we'll get a lather knocked up. I saw a comment on my Facebook group yesterday, link below, that someone has been trying Don Younger's method. And Don basically dunks the brush and then just plonks the whole lot into his shaving bowl. That's okay, I would say, because you will get a very hydrated lather. But obviously you've got no idea how much soap you've got in there, so you've got a variable there. And you've also got no idea how much water you are dumping into the bowl. So really you're working with unknown variables and looks, so you could find that you actually drown the soap and you're unable to recover it, so you've got to add more soap afterwards. Whereas I like the scoop method with the water, because it just allows me control if I want to brush load, that there is good to go to the head and then or face, and then add more water to it. Or I can get another scoop and go for one this time. And just add that water into the soap. So you're getting a nice lather. I'm actually going to go for another scoop because you can take it, especially the synthetic brush. Used a ball brush the other day, first time donkeys. It didn't eat me lather, but I loaded it for like 2 minutes. It was such a heavy load, and it was just, I still didn't have much lather left by the time I'd finished, but hey, there you go. So there we go, there's the lather put together. As you can see, it's peaky, stable. I could probably put some more water into it, and if I need to, I will. So at the head, oh yeah, it's a head shave by the way, just for a change with a DE razor. And if this audio doesn't work out, then you won't see this video if it's crap when I get it on the computer to have a look. And if it does work out, you will see the video and you'll know that the issues were a gremlin in the works. I don't know what it was in the last video, but because I've already hydrated the soap, I don't need to add more water to it. I can just distribute it around the head and take things from there. So you don't need a special razor if you want to shave your head. You can use what you normally use. I first started using the Rockwell when I got it. Then I moved on to an above the tie R1, which is a very good head shaver, and that's since evolved to the Alpha Outlaw, but you can pick up any razor you want. The hard part is the back of your head, because obviously you're looking forward and the skin's back there so you can't see, so you're working on feel and touch, or some people will put a mirror behind them so they can see what they're doing on the back of the head. I don't bother, I just go on feel and touch. The Rockwell is a pretty good head shaver, but it doesn't always, if you take it off 2 or 3 days of growth or 4 days of growth like we are today, it doesn't always, the lather channels don't always declog when you wash the razor out. That's one foible with the Rockwell. That doesn't happen on the above the tie, and it doesn't happen on the Outlaw. So you just loosen the head off a little bit, give it a work, and then take things from there. It's a similar idea to shaving your face. It's with the grain, i.e. the way the hair grows, like this. So obviously this part on me grows down, and then across the grain, and then depending on how smooth you want it, you can go with the grain as well. But it's just a case of, I lock the wrist and basically set the angle, then I just use the arm as a lever so there's no flex in the wrist, and that works. Yeah, I'll give this a shot. Right, do it blind. See, there's no flex in the wrist, it's just staying stiff, and I'm shaving the back of my head. Hopefully you managed to see that part. Right. Where DEs excel over something like the leaf, you can't get the leaf right around the ears, so you get little stubble growths around the lugs. But the leaf itself is a very good head shaver. Let's see, it doesn't, it's quite, that's a cut from last week that I reopened up. Head shaving is a good method for the double first pass method. So just basically do 2 passes. I'm going to stay at number 6 because it's efficient. There's a few weepers, but nothing that is going to cause any issues. It doesn't feel like it anyway. There's obviously something on the back of the head because there's a bit of claret on the brush. The double first pass method, just repeating the first pass, i.e. with the grain, works really well on the head, and I'll say for a lot of people that would more than suffice. It also means you don't have to learn any different or come to grips with any different ways of holding the razor, throwing it around the head. Still got plenty of cream, soap, lather, whatever you want to call it. We're still getting a pretty good wallpaper paste. It's good, it's nice and thick, but it's hydrated. At this point I was doing across the grain, which for me is basically on the sides here, so front to back, and you can go all the way around again. Just think of it like a squeegee, like you're cleaning a window. You're just maintaining the angle. Hopefully I'll get this video edited today. My good lady was feeling a bit grotty on Thursday, and she was feeling progressively worse and worse as the day progressed. And so she bimbled off. She came back 10 minutes later with a lateral flow test, which was positive for COVID. Neither of us have managed to avoid it for the last 3 years. So she's in the spare room at the moment, which is where the computer is I use for editing. So we will mask up and then go in there and get this edited. If not, it'll be when it appears. Then once you get the hang of things, you can go against the grain quite easy. And again, it's the same technique. You're just holding the wrist, little jumps there. It's daunting when you first use a DE razor on your head, especially at the back, because you can't see anything. You soon get to grips with things by feel, sound of the blade cutting the hair. for a DE shave, there's a little, I know for a fact there's one up there, a little sore patch. So I've just put 2 more scoops of water into the bowl. As you can see, we're still getting lather produced from the brush. And my head shaves is exactly the same as my face shaves. There's a really rough patch just there. Really rough patch just there. So I'm basically, I'll do my neck. I'm more particular about head shaves than I am face shaves. I do like my head to be BBS, but we're not going to chase that today because the camera's on. Normally the leaf just makes quite short work of it because it is a good head shaver. So there we go, we are done. Just regarding post shave stuff to sort out, and then we'll back in a take. Yep, that's fine. Feels a little bit tender in places, but that might be a weeper or 2 on the back of the head. Don't know. Tell me, is there any weepers? Might be a couple. There's no blood coming up in my hands, so I think we're okay. Post shave, keep it nice and simple with the matching splash. There is alcohol in this, so we'll soon find out if we've got any weepers. Give it a good shake. That's a nice size restrictor on it. Oh yeah. A lot more scent on the splash than there is from the soap. Soap's European scent strength. This is pretty good stuff, so that's lime, lemon, lemongrass, sweet orange and lavender. Mainly get lemon and lime from it really, you know, I want to see the bit of orange thrown in. So that's it folks. So we bowl lathered signature soaps Hibernia with the Yaqi 26mm rainbow 4-hair brush, and we shaved the head with a Rockwell 6S with a Gillette silver blue in on its second use, and we just polished off there the matching splash. So I suppose I better go and get a mask on and go and do some video editing. Quite surreal. We've forgotten that it's still around, and yeah, it'll still get you. But anyway, right, any questions, comments or anything else, leave them below. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.